Hey YouTubers and gamers, I am Sybers and this is Sybers Sunday Pickup Show. It's more new school than old school tonight. I've got like 3 PS3 games to show you that I've picked up, and I've got a couple of GameCube games which I haven't got a GameCube game for ages now. There's a few that I need to finish off my collection to the way I want it. So I've got 2 titles. I've still got one on the way, so I'll have to wait for the next show to show you that one. But firstly, before we go on to the games, I've got a figure that I picked up last Thursday. I've wanted this figure for a while now. I just haven't got round to getting it because the price has been a bit too pricey for what it is. But it's still a great figure, and I managed to pick one up for 20 quid. So here he is. It is the Super Mario DS 3DS holder. So as I say, I got him for 20 quid. I've wanted this guy for a while. Nice little ornament for my new room. Obviously I'm going to get plenty more figures, but this guy isn't going to be holding my DS because my DS has got the Metal Gear case where I got for it previously. So this guy is going to be holding my iPhone while it charges, and he's going to be sitting just where my finger is above my head on my new cabinet. But absolutely chuffed that I've got this guy. Love Mario anyway, and to have a figurine like this, smack on for the room. Loving it, man. But yeah, I got one eventually, so there he is. That's the Super Mario 3DS or / iPhone holder for me now. But there you go. Now, moving on to the games. As I say, I've got 3 GameCube games, but I've managed to get 2. Originally I was going to get them all on American versions, but I got number 3 because I found 3 difficult to find, and I don't think it was ever released over here. Don't quote me on that, I ain't too sure. But in going, there's a market close to me on Saturday, and I managed to find the first 2 for reasonable prices and in decent condition. So without further ado, here's the first one. Getting the light. Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. I haven't really ever played these. I've seen them in action. They don't look too bad. I've had people say they ain't the greatest games in the world, but each and everybody's different, so I might kind of like these games, and I've wanted the trilogy of these anyway on the GameCube for a while. But yeah, I managed to pick these up in a local market near me. This one was £8. As I say, I haven't tried it yet, I haven't played it. I've just cleaned up the cases and the discs. This one's a 1-disc edition, good condition, no issues with it. But yeah, very chuffed to get this. As I say, I've got number 3 coming, but that is from America, so that'll be in the next show. But yeah, I picked up this one, and that was £8, which is pretty reasonable, I suppose. Probably could have got it a lot cheaper, but it was in front of me, so I weren't going to not refuse to take it. And then, about 3 or 4 games back in the same row was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And this one's called Battle Nexus. More of the same, 4-player action. But this one, I've noticed, has not 1 disc, but 2 discs. Now, whether that means this is a bigger game, or whether it's 2 versions of a game, one version is 1-player mode and the other version is like a 4-player action game, I don't know how it works. As I say, never played these games before, but always wanted them in the collection, so I picked that one up for £9. So realistically, fairly cheap and very good condition. So I'm glad I've got those. But yeah, number 3 is on the way, so we will have the trilogy of those finished next week. Then comes the PS3 games. Now, one I've wanted, but I weren't going to buy the PAL release. I had to have the American release because I love the steelbook and the collector's edition for it. Being a Resi fan, this had to be bought to be put into my Resident Evil collection. It's definitely had its slating, but at the end of the day, I don't really care because Resident Evil fan, I'll buy it nevertheless. I tried to get it as cheap as possible for being collector's edition, but I just never could get it for the price that I was looking for. So I ended up paying about 35 quid for it, which still is probably relatively cheap compared to some people, because these do sell for quite a bit of money. But it is Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City for the PS3. You can see it's a nice, very nice steelbook edition. I do like that a lot. And what we got in here, we've got obviously the disc, and we've got the instructions, but we do have extras with it. Pop the slipcase back on. Nice slipcase with it, but yeah, I love the cover, brilliant cover. But also what we get with that is I have all the download content with the game, which is good, so I'll be using all that. And also we have two patches, which is, one is a USS patch. I don't know what these symbols are for. I suppose they're for different teams as such. And we also have the Spec Ops, what's that one? Field unit patch. You get those with the game, so pretty reasonable. I'm going to enjoy that game. I'm going to give it a whirl. As I say, I know, unfortunately, it's only online play. Even when you play single player, you have people jump in and join your team as you're playing. That's what I've heard. But nevertheless, I'm still going to give it a whirl. I had to have this game anyway because Resident Evil fan. It's got to be part of the Resident Evil collection. So I'm very happy with that. So there's the first PS3 game, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, the NTSC version. Right, moving on. I said to you, did I say to you? Yeah, I said to you last week I was going to be getting rid of a load of DVDs, and I did. I managed to get rid of about 40 or 50 of them. Didn't get the price that I wanted, but I managed to trade them in. And I got 2 games. Doesn't seem a lot, but the 2 games that I've got, I'm glad that I got, because I wanted the one. I did order it originally on the special edition, but I changed my mind and I thought, which is not like me because I like my special editions, but I changed my mind and I didn't bother. But I just got this one as part of my trading for my DVDs, and the first one I got is Max Payne 3. Now I've heard a lot about this. It looks graphically brilliant, and the YouTuber SNESBits has done a recent video, a playthrough of this, and I've watched bits of it, but I didn't want to watch too much because it was going to ruin it for myself. But I've heard it's not like the old Max Payne. Don't expect it to be like that. Now I don't know, and other people said, yeah, it's exactly like Max Payne. But also apparently the trophies are very, very tough to get out. So it should be an interesting ride. But yeah, I mean, it's in perfect condition. Instructions and game, no download content, but what you expect. It was a trading, and it is a second-hand game, but it is very, very, very good condition. So I'm happy with that one. So there is the first one I got, Max Payne 3. So I'll be cracking on to that. Now the last one I got, another game. It's had its varied reviews, some good, some bad. I used to like these titles on the PS1, and I never really played any of them on the PS2. But I thought I'd give this one a whirl, which is Ace Combat Assault Horizon. Obviously, I just didn't get the disc. This is the disc. I also got the game itself, and you get the soundtrack, because this is the limited edition. And also with that, you get the pilot manual, which is basically just a book. You can just write all codes in and things like that. It's nothing fantastic, but it's a nice little book to have with a collection. And that comes in a nice little collector's box. So I thought to myself, beans these two, this one and Max Payne, were realistically the only 2 decent games in the shop that I would have really traded for all those DVDs I got rid of. You know, I'm quite glad I got the special edition, because I wouldn't have got this if it was just a normal edition. So realistically, I'm glad I've got it. But yet again, I haven't played this. Haven't played a nice combat game for a long time. So apparently, you can be other vehicles, not just planes, helicopters as well. I'm not too sure if it can be anything else. Should be interesting to find out, but I'll have to get back to you on that and let you know how it goes. But that is it. I don't know if I'll be doing a show next week. I'm not too sure, because I really do have to curb my spending. I have bought another new console, which I will do a video for, but until then I'm up in the air about doing a Cyber Sunday pickups for a couple of weeks, just to get me money back up to, or top it up should I say, so I can then start buying some games and then giving you another show. But in meantime, what I'm going to do is, I've neglected my collections videos, so I think what I will be doing is giving you guys over the next few weeks a few collections videos, because I've got a fair few games to show off, a fair few collections, and I did say I was going to do a box set collection, show you at each video, show a box set and open it up and show you what's inside and things like that. So I think that's what will happen. So whether you get one more Sybers Sunday pickups next week, or whether or not, I don't know. If I turn up, you're in luck, but if not, then it'll be a couple of weeks. So I'll leave it there, guys. But thanks for watching. As always, I am Sybers7. Keep playing, keep watching, do subscribe, and please do leave comments down in the box. Thanks for watching. All the best.